I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors. You need that.
You don't need somebody to be sucking off another man or on the back of another man just to tell you that something that you're doing ain't right.
Make sure that you go to tatumstore.com. We got a brand new ACDC MAGA shirt. And it's the most fire shirt that we've created thus far, and I'm sure you guys are going to love it. Go there. There should be a discount code there waiting for you, about 20% off is normally what I give to my YouTube audience. And if you're a part of the Tatum squad, you get 30% off. You're part of Tatum, the Elite Tatum squad, you get 40% off. That's worth just joining the squad right there, to be quite honest. 40% off is insane. I don't know why I do it, but I just want to do something special for the people that want to support me. But go on there, support today. I love you guys. God bless America.
Obama, you ain't been the president in I don't know how many years. Why don't you just stay somewhere and chill and retire, bro? How you come out of retirement twice and once lost the election for Kamala Harris, and two, now you're losing your man card? Bro, don't you ever get on TV again and talk ever again, bro. The first time you messed up with brothers, and just admit, bro, you know, just admit you got a little sugar in the tank. Just admit it, bro. Please admit it. You came out the first time and you telling brothers that they're what do they call it? Sexist, and black people need to change. That's why black men don't support Kamala Harris, because they need to. Bro, you know that didn't land right, bro. You push more people to the Republican Party. And then let's talk about this new one. Listen to what he told young men to do. It is the most asinine thing that I have heard a man say, and Obama had to be the one to say it. Let's watch the clip together, roll it.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need, is not just exposure to one guy.
One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Obama, can you shut up, bro? Like stop it, bro. I don't know where you were going with that. I don't think you know where you're going with that. I think he almost confessed that he is homosexual, and he had a little freak off when he was in college with his professor. But I think he was, he like remembered that he's in front of the world and people are going to clip stuff, so he kind of calmed down. And I mean that though. I'm not even playing. I think Obama was like just divulging just enough to let you know where he's coming from with this. A man does not need a gay man in his life for perspective. And I'll try to be fair with Barack Obama at this point to say maybe, just maybe, he was trying to say, without exclusively alluding to the example of homosexual people in your life, of men having homosexual other men in their lives, he was alluding to the example of diverse backgrounds help you be more informed, so people can inform you about things that you're necessarily ignorant about. However, I think it's the wrong way to say it, because no rational man think I need a gay dude in my life to put things in perspective. You don't need somebody to be sucking off another man or on the back of another man just to tell you that something that you're doing ain't right. Something that you're doing is not nice. It's not compassionate. You don't need to be gay to know what compassion is. You don't need to be gay to tell another man, hey, bro, you off balance here. Hey, man, you kind of coming at this the wrong way. Hey, man, you need to look at this a different way. You need another perspective. What you need is a actual man that is mature in your life to mentor you and to give you guidance. You need to actually hang around people that are open-minded, that are educated, that are well-versed and traveled, so that you can have the dynamics of understanding the world in a broader way than for you to be isolated in one area, in one community. That person don't have to be gay. I don't understand. It's just funny that Barack Obama kind of alluded to a stereotypical identity of a gay person versus legitimately saying, like, you just need people in your life that have these skill sets. I would have been okay with him saying, and it's okay if the person is gay. Now, I don't believe that, but it would have made more sense if you say you need people that are going to call you out on your bluff, that's going to help you understand and better identify how to, talk or deal with certain people. And if that person is gay, it's fine. If that person is trans, it's fine. That's fine. But to be honest, you don't really need to understand or specifically have a person that's gay to understand the issues with homosexuality. You don't need to know a gay person to understand that homosexuality is a sin. You don't need to know a gay person to understand that what they're going through is probably a byproduct of something that has happened to them before in their lives. You don't need to know a gay person to acknowledge that. Not saying you can't talk to somebody if the intent is to understand somebody with empathy, but you don't need to. That's not a criteria. You can see it from a mile away. Listen, there's only like 5 types of people on this earth, 5 types of personality traits. And gay dudes are no different of a personality trait than said personality trait 1 versus personality trait 2. It's like what happens is you have people who are straightforward, who are masculine, who are whatever the case may be. And masculine is not just the physical appearance, but the way they approach things. Very stern, very straightforward, very tactical, very practical, less emotions. You got people like that of all walks of life. You got people on the very end of the spectrum that are super compassionate, super, like they want to find nuance in everything they do, and it's all energy. And you got people like that. So they can be straight, gay, whatever on this, and they can be straight, gay and stuff on this. There's only so many types of people. So understanding a variety of types of people and understanding how people operate, because you have experience meeting people, you will know when you see the person like this, no matter if they're gay or not. You run into a person at the grocery store and you're like, okay, this is this type of person. And they may be gay. What does that got to do with you? Somebody want a man on back of him every night and got nothing to do with the totality of a person's characteristics that they display. You can say this person, and I meet people all the time and I'm like, okay, yeah, this type of person. Yeah, this person over communicates, or this person is overindulged. What they call a trauma dump on people. It's just that type of person. Am I mad at that person? No, it's because they're going through something and they need an outlet. So they begin to trauma dump unnecessarily. Some people are narcissists. You can find these characteristics outside of saying, you did a couple gay guys in your life. My professor he was gay and it helped me a lot. I'm not trying to be too over zealous about this, but I just don't like men coming out that don't have a godly biblical worldview. And I got to check him on it. Now, Barack Obama is entitled to say whatever he wants. Why do I care? But other men and I have a platform that I can give my perspective to and push back against what he's saying. Young men don't need to feel like you need to be emasculated. You need to capitulate. Being a man's man and being your daddy is the only man you know. That's not a bad thing. And we don't need to feel bad about it. We are capable enough as men. If you meet enough straight, decent, normal men that believe in God, that you can have the full spectrum of how to deal with people throughout your life. Anyway, I can go on and on about this. Y'all let me know what you think. I think I see an alligator out there. Is that an alligator? We might draw the alligator Alcatraz while we're in Florida. Anyway, I love you guys. See you on the next one. I'm out.